Okay, to start cleaning the vat, what I prepared is this is the sanitizer with the cloth. This is the razor with the scrubber. And then hot water with the cloth to rinse it off. So, I also prepared this to suck the old oil, and then the oil to refill it. So everything is prepared, all the equipment is prepared. So what I normally do is to suck this oil. So I make sure it's halfway in the vat, and then I will start scrubbing. First, you remove all of this and put this in the wash. We will scrub this last with the degreaser. So with the degreaser, okay, it's not the degreaser. So I do now scrub all the black spot over this spot. If we do this every Monday or every week, then we don't have to scrub too much. We just have to remove all this black spot here, all the stains. And then this stain over here. Yeah. I'm gonna make this as a quick clean, quick clean, so we can change this first oil because I'm running out of time. I also have to put out all the deliveries a while ago. Not enough time, so just make sure you scrub all these stains, because if you don't remove these stains, it will accumulate every day, and by the week next week to change the oil, it's gonna be hard to scrub again. It's like starting from scratch. So with the use of the degreaser, make sure the scrubber is not too wet, so we don't contaminate the oil that much, because the remaining oil I left is the ones that I'm going to use to rinse this off. This is very particular because you can see how it has accumulated and become dark again. Although I scrubbed this already last week, it's always like that. It becomes dark again because of the accumulated oil stain. So as soon as possible, we scrub that one. Okay, again, we use the degreaser, but don't make sure not too wet. What I'm doing a quick scrub for 2 baths already because I'm running out of time. So I'm going to focus on just 1 bath at a time. Then it takes so long. See how dirty it is. see it's too black, so we need to remove that. Otherwise, if you leave it there, you don't scrub it for a week, it will accumulate and become like before. It looks like a very old bath. Okay, so after you've scrubbed everything, I did that first. I'll do the first one. So now this is a hot oil, no, not too hot. I'm going to rinse it. Okay, so it's that. I'm going to go back there later because it's still dark, it's still black, stain. So give me the quick rinse. Just to make sure that you remove most of the degreaser, so it's not so poisonous for the oil. Okay, so so now that I gave it a rinse, I'm going to do a sanitizer. Just a quick one because I'm still going to rinse this with the oil itself. So I'm just giving it a sanitizing thingy just to make sure that you have removed all the degreaser chemical. So so if I'll show you the bath now, it's a bit cleaner than a while ago. Okay, not too much scrubbing. So now that I'm sanitized rinse, I'm going to rinse this with the use of the remaining oil. Okay, don't worry if there's a bit of a degreaser chemical there because this goes to the filter. It will filter the oil, and the old oil is what I'm using to rinse the bath. So let's start doing that by doing the daily, the daily clean to filter it. So daily, confirm. Oops, wait. I'm going to remove the oil there first in the bath and the pan. Okay, so remove the oil from the pan so it will not be so full. So, okay, I'm going to, oh, there's no oil actually, so if you notice, see, there's not much oil there. Make sure this filter machine doesn't have any oil, otherwise it will overflow. So, I'm going to put it back, and now, I'm going to confirm draining. the vat is empty now. The vat is clean, sanitized. That's oil. So I'm doing a daily clean. Okay, so yes, wash. So when you press wash, that's what I'm doing now. The oil, the old oil, is the one rinsing and washing the vat. So all the chemicals will be gone, will be removed. Apart from I already rinse, sanitize this vat. So still, we want to make sure that the remaining oil will rinse the ones in there. This you can remove and you can wash it also in the dishwasher. Okay, so it's rinsing, wash again. So just make sure that there's no more chemical in the oil. Although I know it's inevitable that some of the degreaser will fall there. That's why we're filtering it. Don't worry, if you filter here and there's a filtering pad there, it will not actually contaminate. Or if you're thinking that the chemical is still there, no, it will disappear from the filter machine. Okay, on the last part, I use the new oil from here to do this like a quick rinse, so everything will go down when I drop the oil. So, drain. So now it's giving it the preference again. So while the machine was filtering the oil, now on this, we're on the rinsing stage, so it will rinse the bath. So I'll make sure that any chemicals remaining there will be drained and filtered and rinsed. So I'll do another rinse. So we're polishing now. So it's polishing, so it's removing all the excess oil or dirt. If I have enough time, I usually scrub that first with the use of the scrubber. So this is our scrubber. Okay, so we can scrub here, we can scrub everything there. But as I've said, I'm running out of time, so I'm giving just this a quick just to make sure the run of the is also accumulated. So we're finished with the polishing. So now I'm filling up the vat, the oil, and then I'll do another quick rinse around the vat before I drop the oil and change it to a new one. Okay. Trying to do now is this filtered oil, which doesn't have any more chemical because it's gone through the filtering machine, is what I'm trying to bring. Although I've rinsed and sanitized the vat, I'm still using the oil to make sure there's no more chemicals around the That's the last of it, because I remember I already removed half of it. So I'll just press yes to say that it's filled, although it's not filled. Well, by the way, we're cleaning this bath while it's in out position. Anyway, so now I just want to make sure that this is rinsed properly. Because we don't want any chemicals in the surface of the bath. We don't want to kill ourselves or the customers. Okay, so just giving it a quick rinse again on the surface. Just to make sure there won't be chemicals around. Don't worry, this oil is supposed to have not contained the greaser already because it went through the filtering machine. So that's why it's safe cleaning. Okay, so that's just a quick cleaning. So now, what I'm going to do is we're going to drop the oil so we can change the oil. Okay, so press F. A while ago we did a daily cleaning to rinse it, and now I'm going to drop the oil so we can change it. So dispose oil, yes, and then dispose unit, yes. Is the filtering machine there? Yes. Okay, so now it's draining it. Okay, just make sure everything is drained. So while doing that, I already prepared the oil. So I'm going to give this a quick rinse. I'm going to give the vat a quick rinse with the new oil. Okay, just don't waste too much oil. Maybe a cup of the oil will be able to rinse everything. So I'm going to use this one to give it a quick rinse. Okay. So just sure we totally remove the degreaser from this bath. Okay. So then I'll let that drain all the way, and then yeah, it says that empty, and then you have to clear the oil from those spouts. So if you press this pump, it will clear that oil there. See? So it's removing the oil or old oil from that section. So I usually do this twice. See? Or twice or 3 times at least. Okay, so if I'm sure that the excess oil already is left on that, removed from that oil all line, so I'm just gonna give this a quick wipe. Sure all the oil is drained inside. So just make sure all the oil is drained. The old oil before we put the new one. Okay, so I assume this is a clean bath now. For the time constraint, so just making it a quick one, a quick video. But normally I come here early, like 7 o'clock, to clean the bath because it takes time to scrub it and rinse it properly. So this is just a quick one, a quick video tutorial, so that all of us will know how to do it. If you know any possible or better way, we'll have to share it with him as well, so that yeah, and maintain the quality of the oil in the bath and the cleanliness of this bath. Okay, so now it's clean. So make sure it's finished. We've done it. The oil done. Okay, so the bath is clean now. It says complete, yes. Okay, so now it's asking us to manually fill the oil with, the bath with the oil. So now I'm gonna use this pump and fill the oil. Okay, so we assume the bath is clean now. So we're just gonna fill up the bath with the new oil. So this is a fresh bath now. I usually just fill it up to that first line there. That's the first line, because once we turn on the vat, the oil will expand, so it should go to the filled level. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is the first oil level, I fill it up to there, and then once you turn this on, the oil will expand. It will reach the second level, which means full. Otherwise, if the bath senses that it's not full, it will fill up by itself with the one that we have there. So now the final step is it's asking if the vat is full with oil filled. So I'll just press yes. And that's it. So that's the newly brush clean vat. Okay, so again, I have the degreaser, the sanitizer, and the hot water for rinsing. So this is where we pump the old oil, and this is where we get the new oil to fill up the vat. And hopefully we all learn from this quick tutorial. So I'll stop from now. I'll stop here now so I can continue with the rest of the vat. Okay, thank you very much. By the way, after I clean the first vat, so this is already washed. So I cover the fresh vat, and so that whatever I'm doing on the next vat will not go over to the new ones, the newly cleaned one. And I usually just put this here so that if there's like a splash, it will not go inside the vat. Okay, so that's what I do. So if there's a splash while I'm cleaning the next vat, it will not go inside the newly cleaned vat. Okay, so we don't want that to happen. So that's the final step. And also I forgot that remember the old oil here, we dropped it in this filter, so we cannot continue cleaning the next vat if there's an oil there, otherwise it will overflow. So what I usually do is suck this. So we're gonna suck that. Now we can continue. If we drop the remaining oil here, it will not overflow. Okay, so that's it. Just give this a long press to clear the oil from all the from the pipeline. So make sure all the old oil is cleared before I put the new oil in. So make sure that all the old oil is cleared from the pipeline. Okay, so once clear it, just give it a long press. Once you clear it, then you can say it's done. So once it's done, okay, so it should drain all the oil. After that, then clean that, then you can just put fresh oil.